hands. The rain was already writing little stories on the window. The rain began before my coffee could say hello. Every little raindrop played a melody. Only quiet hearts could hear. The cafe lights glowed softly against the gray sky outside. People hurried home, holding umbrellas like little islands floating through the afternoon. The barista smiled while steaming milk for another stranger who looked like they needed a warm place today. A book remained half finished beside the window, its pages moving whenever the door opened. Coffee filled the quiet room with a gentle warmth. The rain kept falling without asking anyone to feel sad. Isn't here to wash away our memories. Maybe it comes to help us slow down enough to remember them. The rain began before my coffee, and before I knew my heart had become as peaceful as the window, watching the city disappear into the rain. The coffee was still warm, the rain was still singing, and neither of them seemed ready to leave. Before the coffee touched my hands, the rain was already writing little stories on the window. The rain began before my coffee could say hello. Every little raindrop played a melody. Only quiet hearts could hear. The cafe lights glowed softly against the gray sky outside. People hurried home, holding umbrellas like little islands floating through the afternoon. The barista smiled while steaming milk for another stranger who looked like they needed a warm place today. A book remained half finished beside the window, its pages moving whenever the door opened. Coffee filled the quiet room. away our memories. Maybe it comes to help us slow down enough to remember them. The rain began before my coffee, and before I knew it, my heart had become as peaceful as the window, watching the city disappear into the rain. The coffee was still warm, the rain was still singing, and neither of them seemed ready to leave. The window became a canvas, painted slowly by the rain, while the city forgot to hurry. At 2:48, raindrops on the window glass turned every light into a dream. The whole city looked softer behind the falling rain. The coffee cooled just a little as I watched tiny rivers flowing down the glass outside. Umbrellas passed one by one, like colorful boats crossing a quiet sea. A young couple shared one scarf, walking slowly without speaking. The traffic lights reflected across the wet street like stars. The waitress placed a fresh slice of cheesecake beside my cup with a gentle smile. Rain changes nothing and everything at the same time. The streets remain, the people remain, yet somehow our hearts see them differently. At 2:48, raindrops kept falling without a sound. The cafe stayed warm, the music stayed gentle, and for a little while the world felt perfectly enough. The rain hadn't stopped, neither had the quiet inside me. drifted slowly by the rain, while the city forgot to hurry. At 2:48, raindrops on the window glass turned every light into a dream. The whole city looks softer behind the falling rain. The coffee cooled just a little as I watched tiny rivers flowing down the glass. Outside, umbrellas passed one by one like colorful boats crossing a quiet sea. A young couple shared one scarf, walking slowly without speaking. The traffic lights reflected across the wet street like stars. The waitress placed a fresh slice of cheesecake beside my cup with a gentle smile. Rain changes nothing and everything at the same time. The streets remain, the people remain, yet somehow our hearts see them differently. At 2:48, raindrops kept falling without a sound. The cafe stayed warm, the music stayed gentle, and for a little while the world felt perfectly enough. The rain hadn't stopped, neither had the quiet inside me. The rain never hurried, neither did the afternoon. The little cafe held its warmth behind quiet windows. At 3:32, an umbrella waited quietly beside the wooden chair. At 3:32, the rain kept whispering stories only lonely windows could understand. The coffee still carried its gentle steam across the table. A candle flickered beside the window, painting soft shadows on the wall outside. The narrow alley shimmered with reflections of umbrellas passing slowly. Someone folded yesterday's newspaper. A student closed a notebook. The waitress placed another cup on the counter without a word. The umbrella never moved, yet somehow it felt like someone was about to return. eventually. At 3:32, the umbrella stayed beside the wooden chair as the rain sang softly. At 3:32, I finished my last sip, opened the cafe door and carried a little more peace than I had when I arrived. The rain became lighter, the umbrella opened, the cafe bell rang, and another story walked into the afternoon. The rain never hurried, neither did the afternoon. The little cafe held its warmth behind quiet windows. At 3:32, an umbrella waited quietly beside the wooden chair. At 3:32, the rain kept whispering stories only lonely windows could understand. The coffee still carried its gentle steam across the table. A candle flickered beside the window, painting soft shadows on the wall outside. The narrow alley shimmered with reflections of umbrellas passing slowly. Someone folded yesterday's newspaper. A student closed a notebook. The waitress placed another cup on the counter without a word. The umbrella never moved, yet somehow it felt like someone was about to return. Find us eventually. At 3:32, the umbrella stayed beside the wooden chair as the rain sang softly. I finished my last sip, opened the cafe door and carried a little more peace than I had when I arrived. The rain became lighter, the umbrella opened, the cafe bell rang, and another story walked into the afternoon. The rain grew softer than before, leaving tiny diamonds on the window, while the cafe filled with books, fresh coffee beans carried their fragrance across the room like familiar memories outside. Rainwater shimmered beneath the streetlights, even though evening had only begun. Someone left near the counter a page turned inside a novel. The espresso machine sang softly like another instrument, joining the song. Your coffee lost its steam little by little, but somehow the warmth never disappeared. Perhaps comfort has never lived inside the cup. Perhaps it has always lived inside the people who share the quiet. At 4:18, steam rose gently from your coffee, then disappeared into the rain. At 4:18, I looked outside, smiled softly, and realized some afternoons never really end. They simply become memories. The rain paused for a moment. The coffee was gone, but the warmth stayed behind. The rain grew softer than before, leaving tiny diamonds on the window, while the cafe filled with light. At 4:18, steam rose gently from your coffee like quiet dreams learning to fly. At 4:18, the little cafe held our silence more warmly than words ever could. The old clock ticked slowly above the shelves filled with books, fresh coffee beans carried their fragrance across the room like familiar memories outside. Rainwater shimmered beneath the streetlights, even though evening had only begun. Someone laughed near the counter, a page turned inside a novel. The espresso machine sang softly like another instrument, joining the song. Your coffee lost its steam little by little, but somehow the warmth never disappeared. Perhaps comfort has never lived inside the cup. Perhaps it has always lived inside the people who share the quiet. At 4:18, steam rose gently from your coffee, then disappeared into the rain. At 4:18, I looked outside, smiled softly, and realized some afternoons never really end. They they simply become memories. The rain paused for a moment. The coffee was gone, but the warmth stayed behind. Slowed down until every drop could be counted. By the quiet window, the city whispered instead of speaking. At 5:12, the quiet sound of falling rain filled the room more gently than words. Every heartbeat found its rhythm inside the peaceful afternoon. Coffee circles rested softly on the wooden table beside my notebook outside. River disappeared behind silver rain. The rooftop lights glowed warmly like little stars waiting for evening to arrive. Someone opened the cafe door, bringing in the scent of wet streets. The barista played another record. Soft jazz flowed quietly while rain kept writing tiny poems across the glass. Some melodies need no singer, some stories need no ending. Sometimes the rain itself is enough to heal a tired heart. At 5:12, the quiet sound of falling rain stayed beside me. My coffee, looked outside and realized the rain had made the whole city feel like home. The clouds began to open, a little sunlight returned quietly, just enough to promise a beautiful evening. The rain slowed down until every drop could be counted by the quiet window. The city whispered instead of speaking. At 5:12, the quiet sound of falling rain filled the room more gently than words. At 5:12, every heartbeat found rested softly on the wooden table beside my notebook outside. The Han River disappeared behind silver rain. The rooftop lights glowed warmly like little stars, waiting for evening to arrive. Someone opened the cafe door, bringing in the scent of wet streets. The barista played another record. Soft jazz flowed quietly while rain kept writing tiny poems across the glass. Some melodies need no singer, some stories need no ending. Sometimes the rain itself is enough to heal a tired heart. At 5:12, the quiet sound of falling rain stayed beside me like an old friend. At 5:12, I finished my coffee, looked outside and realized the rain had made the whole city feel like home. The clothes began to open, a little sunlight returned quietly, just enough to promise a beautiful evening. The rain had finally gone home, leaving sunlight resting softly on every window. At 6:08, one more cup before sunset made the evening feel endless. At 6:08, golden light filled my coffee, like tomorrow already waiting inside today. The Han River reflected the evening sky like liquid gold. People gathered along the riverside, walking slowly without a destination. The cafe played old records, their melodies floating gently with the evening breeze. A cyclist smiled as the wind moved quietly through the trees. Someone closed a laptop and ordered one last coffee. The city no longer hurried, it simply breathed, one peaceful moment at a time. Sometimes the richest The sun slipped gently behind the bridge, leaving only golden reflections and peaceful silence. The rain had finally gone home, leaving sunlight resting softly on every window. At 6:08, one more cup before sunset made the evening feel endless. At 6:08, golden light filled my coffee, like tomorrow already waiting inside today. The Han River reflected the evening sky like liquid gold. People gathered along the riverside, walking slowly without a destination. The cafe played old records, their melodies floating gently with the evening breeze. A cyclist smiled as the wind moved quietly through the trees. Someone closed a laptop and ordered one last coffee. The city no longer hurried, it simply breathed, one peaceful moment at a time. Sometimes the richest hours are the quiet ones between a finished day and an endless night. At 6:08, one more cup before sunset was all I needed. At 6:08, the river held the sky, the coffee held the warmth, and my heart held the evening forever. The sun slipped gently behind the bridge, leaving only golden reflections and peaceful silence. The rain had almost gone, only tiny drops still lingered on the old cafe window, like quiet memories. At 7:16, the little cafe stayed open, waiting gently for one more soul. At 7:16, its amber lights shine softly like home in the middle of the city. A vinyl record spun slowly, filling the room with old melodies. The smell of coffee mixed gently with fresh bread from the kitchen outside. The narrow alley reflected golden lights across the wet stones. beside the window. The owner poured another cup without asking any questions. Some kindness needs no words to be understood. There are places that never ask who you are. They simply leave a light on until you arrive. At 7:16, the little cafe stayed open long after the rain had gone. At 7:16, I finished my last cup, looked back once and carried its warm light home with me. The cafe bell rang gently. Another guest walked inside while the city slowed into evening. The rain had almost gone. Only tiny drops still lingered on the old cafe window, like quiet memories. At 7:16, the little cafe stayed open, waiting gently for one more soul. At 7:16, its amber lights shine softly like home in the middle of the city. A vinyl record spun slowly, filling the room with old melodies. The smell of coffee mixed gently with fresh bread from the kitchen outside. The narrow alley reflected golden lights across the wet stones. A writer closed his notebook with a quiet smile. An elderly woman knitted patiently beside the window. The owner poured another cup without asking any questions. Some kindness needs no words to be understood. That never ask who you are. They simply leave a light on until you arrive. At 7:16, the little cafe stayed open long after the rain had gone. At 7:16, I finished my last cup, looked back once and carried its warm light home with me. The cafe bell rang gently. Another guest walked inside while the city slowed into evening. The rain was gone, but the streets still remembered every falling drop in quiet reflections of golden light. At 8:14, streetlights after the rain turned the road into quiet gold. At 8:14, every reflection looked like another memory waiting to be found. The cafes closed their doors one by one, while laughter still floated across the sidewalks. A bicycle passed quietly, its little bell echoing softly through the cool evening air. The bookstore turned off its final light, leaving only one glowing sign above the doorway. A couple walked hand in hand without speaking, their footsteps keeping time with the city, breathing slowly. Perhaps the brightest lights appear only after the rain, when the world has finally learned how beautiful stillness can be. At 8:14, streetlights after the rain shine gently across the city. At 8:14, I walked home with quiet footsteps, carrying a pocket full of golden light and peaceful memories. The wind moved gently, the clouds opened quietly, and Seoul smiled again. The rain was gone, but the streets still remembered every falling drop in quiet reflections of golden light. At 8:14, streetlights after the rain turned the road into quiet gold. At 8:14, every reflection looked like another memory waiting to be found. The cafes closed their doors one by one, while laughter still floated across the sidewalks. A bicycle passed quietly, its little bell echoing softly through the cool evening air. The bookstore turned off its final light, leaving only one glowing sign. Above the doorway, a couple walked hand in hand without speaking, their footsteps keeping time with the city breathing slowly. The brightest lights appear only after the rain, when the world has finally learned how beautiful stillness can be. At 8:14, streetlights after the rain shine gently across the city. I walked home with quiet footsteps, carrying a pocket full of golden light and peaceful memories. The wind moved gently, the clouds opened quietly, and so smiled again. The last melody slowly faded like candlelight, resting gently upon the evening. At 9:18, someone closed the old piano, and silence began to sing. At 9:18, the little cafe held one final note long after the music was gone. The coffee cups were nearly empty, only warm rings remained. Upon the table, the record player stopped turning, leaving behind a quiet room outside. The rain-washed street reflected the moonlight like silver across the stones. The owner smiled while stacking chairs one by one. Without a hurry, a writer folded his last page and slipped it into his coat. No one rushed to leave, because somehow the silence had become part of the music. Some songs end quietly, not because they are finished, but because they have found a home inside someone's heart. city breathed, and the night began its own song. The last melody slowly faded like candlelight resting gently upon the evening. At 9:18, someone closed the old piano, and silence began to sing. At 9:18, the little cafe held one final note. Long after the music was gone, the coffee cups were nearly empty. Only warm rings remained upon the table. The record player stopped turning, leaving behind a quiet room outside. The rain-washed street reflected the moonlight like silver across the stones. The owner smiled while stacking chairs one by one without a hurry. A writer folded his last page and slipped it into his coat. No one rushed to leave, because somehow the silence had become part of the music. Some songs end quietly, not because they are finished, but because they have found a home inside someone's heart. At 9:18, someone closed the old piano. The lights grew softer. At 9:18, I walked outside into the cool night, carrying one silent melody that no one could hear except me. The cafe lights dimmed slowly, the piano rested, the city breathed, and the night began its own song. The city lights began to shimmer across the river like tiny stars floating home with the night. At 10:27, good night, rainy Seoul. Your quiet streets still shine inside my heart. At 10:27, the last cafe turned off its light, while the moon watched gently from above. Bridges rested above the water, holding the final colors of the evening. A distant train crossed slowly, its windows glowing like little stories returning home. Gone, only warmth remained inside the cup. The rain had washed away the noise, leaving behind only soft footsteps and quiet breathing from the sleeping city. Every beautiful day must become a memory, so another beautiful day can begin tomorrow with the same gentle hope. Good night, rainy Seoul. Thank you for another day filled with warm coffee, quiet music, and peaceful rain. At 10:27, I closed my eyes, smile softly, and carry your gentle light into my dreams tonight. The moon rose higher, the river kept flowing, the music became silence, and the silence became home. The city lights began to shimmer across the river like tiny stars floating home with the night. At 10:27, good night, rainy Seoul. Your quiet streets still shine inside my heart. At 10:27, the last cafe turned off its light, while the moon watched gently from above. The river carried golden reflections toward tomorrow without a sound. Bridges rested above the water, holding the final colors of the evening. A distant train crossed slowly, its windows glowing like little stories returning home. The final coffee was almost gone, only warmth remained inside the cup. The rain had washed away the noise, leaving behind only soft footsteps and quiet breathing from the sleeping city. Every beautiful day must become a memory. So another beautiful day can begin tomorrow with the same gentle hope. At 10:27, good night, rainy Seoul. Thank you for another day, filled with warm coffee, quiet music, and peaceful rain. At 10:27, I closed my eyes, smiled softly, and carried your gentle lights into my dreams tonight. The moon rose higher, the river kept flowing, the music became silence, and the silence